Hi, it's Dr. Kimarie, and I want to talk today about how our body speaks to us. As you can see, I'm glowing because I just came out of meditation. I want to talk about how our body speaks when we're in pain, when we come down with ailments, when we have a chronic disease, where it actually starts. So this isn't to blame anybody. This isn't to make anyone feel bad or shame, right? We all have the ability to have certain diseases, and some people get them more than others. Some families get them more than others. But it doesn't mean we have to, right? The reason why I feel, and what I've seen research on, where a lot of families get a lot of the same kind of diseases, because it's the same kind of lifestyle, it's the same kind of mindset. There's a lot of things that are contributors. And so there are things that we can do, preventative things to allow us to get in touch, starting with listening to our body when we have the small pains, when we have the discomfort, the heaviness, or when we think about a certain thing, we feel that pressure, right? All of those things are our body speaking to us. And a lot of the work I do with clients is speak to those things in our body so we can get to the source, and it will give us information. It's very, very powerful. I've had amazing sessions where the client had no idea what was underneath, and then was able to release that stuck energy and release the emotion around it. So it's very powerful to listen. That's why, I say hindsight is 20/20, not just because we can look back and see what happened, but also because we knew, like, we get signals of intuition, of inspiration, we get signals of knowingness, right? And so that's why when a client is struggling, I get them out of their head, because especially the people that I work with tend to be high functioning, very, very smart, very, very accomplished, and we could be hard to be. We could get in the way of being coachable, because we start using our intellect, we start thinking about the shoulds, and we get in the way. So when we go right to the body, it bypasses the intellect, and the wisdom is amazing. So, but there are many things that we can do to really support ourselves. I feel like if we're going to address any situation, whether it's anxiety, depression, addiction, cancer, heart disease, any situation that we're in, even if we get into a car accident, like when I got into my car accident, and I've talked about that, and my book is coming out, really describing everything that happened. But even in those situations, or going to the dentist, I've used this, it's still good to go into the body and tap into kind of where we're being led. And so that's one important thing, because if we go and we get medication, or we go get these treatments, and we've done nothing to change the environment, which is our mind and our spirit, which lands again in our body. So the environment, again, could be our thought process, could be our belief system, could be what we're telling ourselves. And yes, we can all agree with this. The issue is that as humans, we have blind spots. Most of the things that we are doing are subconscious, or else we would not do them, right? So it's bringing awareness to some of the things so that we can change the environment, because then if you get treatment, it's only going to work if we've changed the environment. Otherwise, it's just going to keep repeating itself. That's why I've had such great results with people who struggle with anxiety, depression, addiction, even heart disease, even physical ailments, because we are shifting everything. We are addressing. Now, the way I work is more natural, really supplementing with natural ways of shifting our habits, our nutrition, our exercise. Like, I really feel like those are huge contributors. They're not everything, because there are a lot of people that are exercising and eating, and they're worrying, they're eating everything perfect, and then they end up having cancer or something, because it is more than that. It's about our belief system. It's about experience of it. I've been doing it for many years. I've even been doing the work with the body way before I knew about Joe, although I saw him in some movies. I didn't know the deep work that he's done and the science that backs it, but I've seen it with my own experiences, and it's amazing. So I'm just taking time to really check in, and meditation really slows down our brain. It connects us with our body, and it literally repairs the strands in our body and helps to heal in many ways. Like, there's so many stories about people who have healed through doing his work, and even in his workshops, and I've gone to them. But the point is that we do have more control than we think. And many people that come to me or have come to me in the past, my friends say, wow, you've had such amazing results with clients. How do you get them to come to you? How do you get them to listen to this kind of approach? Usually it's when they're dropped to their knees. Usually it's when they've tried everything else, and then they're still having this issue, it's still persisting, and they are willing, but they usually drop to their knees before they do it. And then they're very coachable. It would be really, really great, because then once we're working together, then we work on everything, right? So then it's easy to get them to see that that how we do anything is how we do everything. How we handle our family life, how we have our belief system affects our work, affects our health, affects our friendships, affects our relationships. They all go together. So we work on all of that. But it would be really good if we could just start with one thing that you do to invest in yourself. Listen to your body. If it's heavy, check in. Listen to it when you're going to do something that you're dreading, and you do it anyway, right? I've never gotten anything good from being in this dreadful space, this heavy feeling, and then doing it anyway, right? I'm not talking about when the town idiots want to take me out of the game from doing things, right? Like doing my cold plunge this morning. I didn't want to, but it wasn't a heavy feeling. It was, oh goodness, it's going to be cold out there. It's 40 degrees outside, right? And then I got in it. It was amazing. But there's a difference between a heaviness of a bad feeling, a twinge in your body when you're being around a certain situation, and we do it anyway. We throw ourselves under the bus. Nothing good's going to come from that. And when we do that over time, when we keep swallowing things that we know don't honor us, they're out of integrity with our core values or our heart's desires, then we pay a price later. So let's look at those things. I invite you to just check in with your body. Check in. If you feel anything other than joy, peace, or freedom, then breathe. Take some deep diaphragmatic breaths. Check in. And if you ever want to do a session and go deeper, please let me know. I'd love that. And please subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing day.